Hey, welcome back. Sorry, I'm getting my browser all set up because I'm a bad streamer. Okay, we're good. We're gonna go ahead and continue here. I spent the last couple days just actually running around and exploring all over the place. I got a bunch of random levels off of things, as well as just exploring and gear and all that stuff. So this is where we're at now. I feel a little bit more leveled at this point, maybe more than I wanted to be. But I mean, that's what you get when you run around and explore everything, right? So I got to several bosses. There was Pontiff, which we found at the end of last stream. But then I've also gotten to what I believe is Sister Freed for a fight. And then I also got something else. It was like Great Wolf, Great whatever, something or other. It's in this arena down here. Um, and then on top of that, we also have the dungeon to go through. I'm not really sure which one I want to start with tonight. I was thinking of maybe doing like Great Wolf and then maybe Freed, maybe not. I've heard that Freed is a very, very tough fight. I didn't actually know that she was a DLC fight. In fact, I didn't even know until very recently that this entire area is a DLC. So it kind of explains some things. I'd also prefer to be doing these fights on light load. However, I did run around and find a weapon that I kind of like a lot more. I'm currently using this thing, Cathedral Great Sword. I've liked the move set. Feels a lot like the Zoolander was in Dark Souls 1. So as you can see, I leveled it up as much as I could to a +7. And with heavy, I would like to find more Titanite chunks to improve it, but I've not found any. I did find this though, for something at some point. So given that, like, yeah, as you can see, I've not gone in or done a cutscene or anything, but we talk to her and then we get, from what little I know of the fight down here, I think this guy's name is Father, or perhaps his daddy. I don't know. He talks about like whipping himself with a flail, which always makes me think of that scene in the first James Bond redone movie. Anyways, I'm not going to fight him just yet because I want to do one of these other ones first. I also kind of want to get 7k souls real fast, just so that I can level. I did find this thing too. In this room right here in this church, there was an NPC over here. In this corner, I swung my weapon and it turned into like something. I talked to it, I was like, hey, we're not yet ready, whatever. Since I could talk to it, I figured I probably shouldn't kill it. So I did not kill it, and then it vanished, I think, or it's hidden again. I don't want to hit it just in case. Ow. So I did have a gear setup that lets me kill this thing in one hit. As you can see, though, I am not using that right now. Also, ow. All right, where's the one casting fire on me? Or was it that thing? All right, we need 30k to level, which is quite a bit. But it's 800. Yeah, 800 on those things, I think, kills them. And I'm just like 1 point of strength short, I believe. Maybe 2 points. I was kind of hoping to get some more armor I could use, but I think I might have to farm that. I've been really liking the Black Knight set. Right now, I am at about 60% equip weight. which is not really where I want to be. Like I was saying, I'd much rather prefer to be at 30. What do we need for leveling? 30k or 30,036. So we're going to kill this thing one more time, level off that, and then, I don't know, I guess go fight Great Wolf, whatever his name is, I think. I did switch my shield around, as well as my ring. I'm using things that give more souls now. This one and this one. Oh, right, we can take off the torch, too. I used the torch thing as running around with the flies, and they did, like, that maggot thing. I remember someone in my chat mentioned it the other day about, like, that working on them. Working to reduce damage, so I ended up putting that on. But I don't need it here. Okay, there's our level. So we'll go get that and then fight whatever this boss is. I'll probably top off on arrows again as well. I have been using so many arrows in my longbow. It is actually just insane. Most of it while exploring the DLC. But it's been a really good time. So I'll have to figure out what I want to equip for whatever this boss is. Like I said, probably going to shoot for 30%, which I can barely hold this weapon on light. I could, like, add more of that stuff, but I noticed I don't get defense anymore. So I'm assuming that's a soft cap, hence... Actually, I'm only getting 1 damage there. I got 4 last time. Am I two-handed and that's why? I think I was two-handed, so I was counting the 50%. Yeah.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the flip.
Farewell, Fashion One. But yeah, for arrows, these things are just way too expensive. As much as I want to use them, I think I'm going to be better off just buying feather arrows. Or poison arrows, I believe I had access to. Let me double check that. So I thought poison arrows were off of this one.
Speak honorable.
Nope, that's poison throwing knives.
Till we meet again, may the dark.
Okay, maybe I don't have access to poison arrows then. Unless it's from one of these other characters who sell things. Oh, you know what? I think they came from this guy who was currently sent off to raid a city. So I'm not going to have him for a while. I think he's been appearing after boss kills or something, so I need to kill a boss and then he'll come back. So in that case, we're going to just buy these. And then whatever else on this.
Ashen One.
I'm going to up my AC here a little bit too before I do this. I'm in sweats in the middle of summer, so in Florida, so you know, it's a little warm. Okay. Let's try this thing. It was, I believe over here to the side is where this boss was. I think we have like 3 bosses lined up to try and rush through tonight. Yeah, this is a 27. 29.1. So there is a chance I can wear something without Havels. But I guess the question is, can I wear anything useful? This is kind of useful. Then we get fashion. Don't swing enough for that to work. Slightly too low to use this. Not any good. I did look up how this one works, and it seems it's a lot worse than Blue Dancer Charm. I can maybe try a resist ring, but I don't know if they're going to do anything. Yeah, okay. It looks like I'm just going to be on Havels. And then we get a piece of armor. Like this piece, maybe. Or we can just go pants only, no shirt. So shirt only, no pants. Wear Grave Warden, loincloth. What's this look like? Yeah, no, that's ugly. Not a fan of that one either. I think I'd rather use the worker trousers than that. Deserter trousers. Oh. No. Might use this one. The problem is I can only use ones that would be Miyazaki approved. So I guess it's going to be this one. Hey, Elray, how's it going? I was running around and found a bunch of bosses the last couple nights, so we get to basically rush through and do a few. Starting with this one right now, and then I've got Pontiff, I've got Sister Frida, I think her name is, and then we've also got the whole dungeon. Yeah, I've unfortunately leveled up a little bit more than I thought I was going to, just exploring. So I think I'm like level... Oh, jeez. No stamina. Not good. Why did that not heal me nearly as much as I thought it would? Maybe I got hit when I was drinking. Lion Bash attack, huh? Alright, I'm assuming we're gonna hit like a phase 2 here in a moment. That looks like a phase 2 attack. Yep. Oh, it's a wolf? Okay. Sif all over again? Okay. Yeah, I think he hit me. I think I got hit a lot there at the end. But yeah, here's where I'm at now. I leveled a little bit, so I'm sure I'm like in actual DLC level ranges. Just my stats are probably not the greatest. I might be better off actually sticking with a one-handed swing over a two-hand, just for the reduced stamina usage. Yeah, fashion is a really good stat. I want to add more, but I don't get defense out of it anymore, so I kind of feel like I shouldn't. I just want to see what happens if I do this. Okay, so it does actually start the fight. I do, however, like the combo attack with the two-hand. Is the only problem. Ah, he blocked. The problem here is I only have just enough stamina for... Actually, yeah. We should do this. Oh, magic. I hadn't seen that from me yet. Oh. Jeez. What did I get stuck on? This wolf hates me. Why does he hate me? Almost out of heals, too. Nope. Hit the wrong button. So how does the one guy get an icon next to his name? When I was wondering if like maybe both would be required. So I focused on the Grave Lord. So it looks to me like if I do want to separate them, the wolf is a lot quicker. So I can run away, and the other guy will stay further behind with only an occasional magic attack. So that's seeming to me like the way to do this. I just need to figure out that wolf's moveset because it is a lot harder than the other ones. Oops. Okay, it definitely works better to start the fight with a bow. Because I'm probably out of free hits on him now. So let's see if we can separate them and maybe learn a little bit more of the wolf move set. Hmm. The music is weird for this one. Am I... Let's see something here. Once I load in. I am on light roll, right? I am. Okay. So one of the things I'm thinking is, if I were to go medium for this, actually, you know what? This hasn't really been doing much. It looks like there is cold damage that's happening. So what if I do that and then let's see, 11 frost resist? What can I rip? What can I wear that actually gives some frost? Allowance 27. $22. Well, 22 for that. 32. I still get to be light load. Since it seems to be actual 30%, not below 30%. Okay, so I don't actually need the bow, it looks like. They'll just aggro on their own if I run up. Oops. I definitely want to have full stamina when he is going into his phase 2. I think. Oh, so he didn't do the animation that time, but it still spawned. So it looks like his animation doesn't actually handle what calls it. So is it the wolf tender that just hit me with frostbite? I think it was. Problem here is I can't move, and I have almost no health. I'm trying to separate them. The AoE or cone or whatever on that snow thing is brutal. He keeps running away from me every time I run up to him. Okay, so he just hit near 50% and did something where he howled. What just happened? So he did like a howl and then went like crazy dog mode. I don't know if anyone has ever had a dog as a pet and you get them all like hyper, especially when they're like a puppy or in like the younger half of things, and I just go crazy dog. That's what he reminds me of with the way he jumps around. He's like kicking up snow and stuff everywhere. I might have to switch shields to the one that gives stamina regen. As much as I would prefer to stay on the one here that's giving XP. That was risky going for the third hit. I didn't think he was going to block. Otherwise, I wouldn't have even tried. Yeah, so he blocks a third every time. I might have to wear actual armor and go up to medium roll. But before I do something as wild as that, let's try this. And something I realized during that fight is that I don't have any defense right now. I could use this and it probably wouldn't matter. I just get more iframes. And that might actually help here with the problems I'm having. So I could do this, and then is there anything else I can wear pants-wise? Doesn't look like it. So let's find... any shirts or anything I can wear. If not, we'll just wear... what's this? 9 Frost? Seven Frost. All right, 9 it is. We'll see what happens to my defense here now. I'm hoping that thing only reduces physical defense. And also I'm hoping that I can actually dodge maybe just a tiny bit better. Doesn't have to be a lot better. Why do I feel like I don't have enough stamina now? Did I mess up somehow? Nope, okay, it is exactly the same as before. So I go from being able to take 2 hits, or 3 hits to 2, it looks like. I missed the, there's this item in Lies of P when you dodge. It's from the very first boss soul, and you have to kill like 4 bosses before you can ever use it, so almost everyone misses it on their first playthrough. But it's super useful in the game. It's it's called Ghost Walk Amulet, I think. And it lets you dodge when you have no stamina. And it is the most amazing item in any of these games that has ever been made. And I really, really wish this game had it. Yeah, alright, it is super nice. Like, it's heavy, like all boss amulets are, but so I didn't really use it much in my Deathless runs, even though I was going light load. Just because it was still an amulet slot, but it was incredibly useful in some cases. Especially if you don't want to parry. And there's nothing else in the game like it, so it's an extremely unique effect. What is his Lion's Head buff that he's doing? That's what we want to see, dodging right into him so we don't have to catch him. Unfortunately, though, he's blocking every one of my attacks. I don't want to top off. Well, too late now. So I think that was a 1 hit. I wasn't really watching my hit points that well. It means, what if I maybe actually wear armor? I don't want to go up to 60%, but I might have to. Problem though is, it means I need something else here. I guess I go with this. Thank you, Mudpug. I'm trying. I'm trying to do commentary. We'll see. It's kind of generous saying the words that kind of like spew out of my mouth or commentary, though. Ooh, 49 on Blue Cleric Robe for Frost. That's pretty good. 62. 81. I might have to wear. Kind of glad I got this stuff while farming then. So I'm assuming that means Cathedral Night Legs are also going to be best at 38. Or at least close to the best. 40 on Follower Boots. 42 on Northern Trousers. So, how's the chest armor compare then on these? 64 on Northern, but I get a lot less physical resist. Actually, no, I get more physical. Okay, let's try this. That's actually way under my weight limit too still. Since these are so light. 24. 28 on Pontiff Knight. Right. 24 on the Evangelist. $31 on the Crown. Man, that still leaves me. Actually, so I guess I could take off Havel's then, right? And get. I don't even know what I would add because I haven't found anything that adds like maybe Night Slayer might help break guard. Blue Tearstone might help. I do something like this. I don't actually. No, that thing only. You need like 4 swings for it to work or something. Yeah, I guess this is more likely to do something than anything else. Well, I could put this back in just for the souls. I could also put this on. Actually, no, it has to be up for it to work. So that's not really going to give me hit point regen passively. I mean, I could try and parry, but that seems like a bad idea. Do both? Okay, do both stamina regen stack? I honestly don't know. Could try this. We'll see what happens. I think I'm gonna get hit by a lot of the frost, but that'd be okay. Also, thank you for the resub, Mudpug. And thank you for the first Meriklin. Yeah, I'm doing well. Did a lot of off-stream just exploring, so I have 3 bosses to do tonight at the start. We have this, Sister Freed, and then Pontiff. Although I was hearing that Sister Freed is maybe the hardest boss in all of the game, like the entire game, and I'm under-leveled, so we might not do her tonight. But I'm still planning to at the moment. Well, that hurt. How did I just miss both those swings? Oh, hopefully I heal in time. It's the same thing as Dark Souls 1. You swing and it doesn't really turn you mid-swing. I might need to go to a faster swinging weapon for parts of this, which I think... I mean, I do have plenty of spare weight here to just have 2 weapons equipped to swap. It's just kind of weird to have, but sure. Get all 0 souls. Yeah, I can't wait to try them. I did do Pontiff 1 or 2 attempts the other night, which is how I know Pontiff is what's through the fog gate. It seems very fun, and he's like dual wielding lightsabers. This wolf separated. All right, just to see how this goes, because if I need a faster weapon when the wolf is up, I need to at least know the timing right now. So it looks like 3 hits if I'm comboing. Or 1 and he rolls away if it's like that. Okay, so maybe it's 2 he blocks. I thought I landed 3 on one of them, though. We got caught on rolling rather than healing. Yeah, it's a really strong weapon, Merrick. Here, I'll pull up the stats on it. Definitely does better damage than the other one here. Heavy Millwood Axe at +7. I was thinking this one would do better since it's strike, and strike seems to hit things a little bit harder, but yeah, it is pretty good. The trade-off is just the range is not very high. It's also really light though, so I could go back to using light load here instead of medium if I'm using it. But I switched to the greatsword just so I'd have range, because I was having a lot of trouble actually like getting off counterattacks and all this stuff with the axe. I do like, though, that it does not use a whole lot of stamina per swing. Oh, jeez. Did he do that combo before and I just somehow avoided it? So I swear that's the first time I've seen him do 4 swings like that. Okay, well, we have 9 heals and 1 big wolf to fight. My bad. Oh. He winds up for the attack, and I realize at that point, like, there's no time to heal. So my only hope is to dodge, but it's really hard for me to read the wolf's moves. I think it's a mix of, like, the snow is kind of obscuring things, and then whatever else. I wonder if I just hold up my shield, if that would block him when he just starts going all crazy dog. Yeah, JD, it's Sif all over again. Although, I like Sif more, in all honesty. This one is just a much more vicious Sif. Like, Sif I feel really sympathetic for. Cool. No lock on until it dies. I'm doing good, JD. How are you doing? I've had a pretty nice, relaxing Sunday. We did that same thing again. It's that one combo. No, it's more than the one combo, but... He seems to very rarely do that one. He doesn't have the poise for it. So what if I... What if I add more poise? This would be 13. Go back to Havel's and get a lot of poise. We'll lose a little bit of frost resist, but I don't think it's really going to matter. Yeah, I'll go with that. Hey, thank you for the sub to Marathon, Mudpug. I really do appreciate it. Ooh, Doom Eternal. How are you liking Doom Eternal? I've never really been a big Doom player. I played the original a long time ago, and I look at like the speedrun news for Doom every now and then, but that's about it. Of like the original Doom. Cause it surprisingly like still gets new speedrun records and stuff. There's actually just a new one hit the other day. I want to say maybe 2 weeks ago. Oops, I did not mean to roll there. Fortunately, did not punish me too bad. man. Hitting me with a combo right when the wolf gets there is bad, but also I got super greedy on that attack, trying to kill him before the wolf. Yeah, I honestly don't actually know a whole lot about newer Doom games. I've watched a couple people play them here and there, and that's honestly about it. So let's see if I take that off and free up more weight for armor. Just try and tank through this a little bit better. Now I can wear this for sure. I don't know if I have a Cathedral Knight hat or not. So a Pontiff Knight crown. Fire Witch helm we could use. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Fire Witch helm, and then puts me at 55. I honestly might not even have any heavier armor I can wear. This might be the heaviest set I own. Are you talking about the original Doom 3 or and like all the ones they've been doing lately? Because if it's the original one, I kind of think I know why, maybe part of it. But if you're talking like the more recent games, then I don't know. Because in the original games, the problem with Doom 3 is it kind of came out at this point where everyone's game design was just very cookie cutter, make everything really dark and try and show off real-time lighting. And a lot of games kind of lacked substance because of that. And they were just showing off lighting. And it was this issue where Doom kind of... People didn't like the direction it had. I think that one's also the game that happened right after the split with John Carmack and John Romero as well, I thought. I could be wrong, though, on that part. And a lot of people really liked John Romero's design and stuff. When, like, Carmack's whole idea on things was that the story and plot lines and lore were completely irrelevant in games. An opinion he still holds, by the way. So, just a lot of people didn't like it when John Romero's designs and stuff are really what made Doom popular, even though he mostly made the game itself worse. The creative direction made things good. Oh, really? Oh, I'm alive. I don't know how. We're gonna top off, though. And then get hit and just have essentially lost our heal. That works. Alright, here comes the wolf. Get comboed and die. I have plenty of heals. I feel like I should have plenty of defense here. And plenty of damage. This wolf is harder than the rest of it combined, though. When they spawn, I really need to go back to the idea of trying to separate them, I think. Maybe the lack of stamina is the biggest issue. Ow. I don't know if it was transition as a whole, but so I say this, and I'm not meaning to say it as a pun, but late 90s, early 2000s video games were the actual Dark Ages. And I mean that mostly because of the lighting, not because of the game quality. For 4 attacks, that's greedy. Where's his wolf? Okay, so the wolf spawns in the middle of the arena. I was thinking maybe if I hang towards the back, I can get a little bit more time, but it doesn't seem that way. Oh, jeez. This statue isn't anything, right? No, okay, so it's... I'm assuming some sort of Sif and Artorias callback. So it's either heal or get hit by frostbite. That's not a great situation to be in. Okay, he's doing the same thing he did last time at 50. Or near 50. And then went all red eyes and hit me from 60% to dead. Alright, let's see. What can I... Applies fire. Let's check how many of these we can buy, if any. So Doom 3 was not really a suspenseful game, just a game where it relied heavily on a flashlight mechanic. And you were either using a flashlight or you were shooting, but not both. So 500 and 300. I can buy unlimited quantities. I don't think I have any souls to sell, though, really. Yeah.
Ashen one.
I'm assuming that fire would do more damage. But more damage isn't really going to help me yet if I don't know how to survive that attack. I can try and hold my shield up, but I don't know what else I can do. Let's see, out of the shields that I do have, let's see, 89 physical. Nothing here says frost, so I'm assuming that frost damage falls under magic. So 169, 175. That's also way too heavy. 165 with some pretty useless regen. So I can use this one. Actually, it has strike. Now use this weapon skill. What's my weapon skill? Warcry? Alright, let's find out what Warcry does. I think I might have used it once before. See how long it lasts. Cool, I use a Warcry and his response is to hit me in the face. Okay, cannot land a heavy if Warcry affects that. Saved by a block. Is that the way I should do this? Maybe it's just try and block them and then counter. Well, that was painful. But we did get a backstab. I don't really get those very often. I'm not very good at backstabbing. Oops. My heal not working. Really? So they're both doing frostbite? I'm dead. So, my volume. Okay, so I might be able to do that. Yeah, they really do. You get a frostbite, and you get a frostbite, and yeah. If I can kill the wolf tender first, that's a lot more doable, I think, because I'm kind of getting an idea of how to move. The fact there's 5 things to kill through this, though. Although the wolves aren't really that bad. Okay, I do only have 2 buffs. So let's do Warcry again. Even though I have no idea what it's doing. If it even helps. Oops. Okay, I need to be careful with his, Okay, I definitely have to be careful of letting him, Man. Never recovered from the riposte. Hmm. Maybe I don't even need the shield up, and I can sidestep him. So I wasn't really deflecting, I was just kind of like walking around to his side, like while being right up next to him. So if that's the case, I could avoid the shield there and probably backstab a little easier, maybe. Actually, I guess the shield does matter for that sort of block. But yeah, right there, that's where I had the opportunity for a backstab and I'm missing him. Yeah, I should not have the shield up because that's just opening up those riposts. What ends up happening there, it looks like he's breaking my guard and then he gets one. So I should only block if I have full stamina. At least on that guy. Yeah, these DLC bosses or something. He didn't have a boss hit point bar, so I didn't save him for on stream. But his name was like Sir Valheim or something like that. It took me 3 hours to beat the other night. Sir Vinhelm, maybe. But he's also a lot lower level than I am right now. Yeah, so that one attack just fully guard broke me, even when blocking, and I was at full. So that strat's not going to work either if I don't block. So maybe I'll just stick to the roll because it seems to work out well. Even though I'd love to actually figure out how to backstab reliably on something like this. Creating too many hits. Wolf should be appearing any moment. There we go. Yeah, he's got way too much health. Yeah, Pwn. I'm not skilled enough to do controller like most people. So I've got to do the easy mode stuff. I hate this wolf so much. No, it's keyboard and mouse is honestly easier than controller for me. Yeah, that might be true, Pwn, but the thing is I've used a keyboard and mouse for gaming, for typing, for everything for my entire life. So it's what I can actually play. Like, controller alone would be a challenge mode run. Like, the real flex here, if I was going to, like, do something with keyboard, would be no mouse. Just keyboard only. Which, honestly, might not even be that bad in this game. But the fact that all I really use is mouse look and lock on is just so bad. I miss Elden Ring lock on so much now, after doing Dark Souls 1 and this. Let's actually hit the right buttons. All right. I can only see half the screen now. I'm debuffed by George. Hey, Luminoth, how's it going? I'm just trying to figure out how to beat this guy. I've gotten kind of close on a couple of attempts, I think, but then the wolf has been causing me a lot of issues. George, you need to move now. That attack just sucks. I don't know, Mudpug. I looked at the default controls on DS2, and when I tried it with keyboard and mouse, do you know what happened? I made my character, I started in that area, and oh hey, thank you for the gifted sub to Pwn. Pwn is pretty awesome. Unlike me, Pwn is actually a really good speedrunner, so you should check him. All of his Sekiro runs, which are unfortunately we don't get new ones, but there's plenty of old content to look at. Anyways, what I forgot what I was about to say, actually. The boss disrupted my train of thought. Also being distracted by George. I think he wants more food, which I'm going to give him after this run. Okay, yeah, he's attacking my hand on my mouse now. He definitely wants food. No, now he's stepping on the mouse cord. Alright, let me go feed George real quick so he doesn't cost me more runs. Alright. The cat has been fed. Anyways, what I was saying, Mudpug, is I tried DS2, and after about 1 minute of it, I had had enough, just because... So I go in, I'm near some cliff, and like right after making my character or whatever, and I'm trying to figure out the commands. So the very first thing I do is I hit a button and roll off the cliff on accident, not thinking the button would be roll. Next thing I do, I have a blood stain and runes. Now, naturally, I don't have any runes in there, but, you know, you still have a little pickup. I go over to the cliff, and I spend a little bit of time trying to figure out how to even pick the things up. I can't find any keyboard button that lets me grab them. And then I try... I finally look at the keybinds, and that's when I see how the keybinds work. And that's when I got really sad. Really? How does he dodge that? Yeah, that's very true, Mudpug. I need to actually learn Dance Pad like I keep saying I'm going to try out. I was thinking that potentially killing the Grave Tender over here might be a little bit better based on the arena shape. To get a little bit more time with them. But then this nonsense happens. Oh, man. That one wasn't even like Gravetender or Wolf, whatever his name is. He got there, but it didn't really seem to matter. I could maybe try doing an Ember, but I don't know that that's really gonna save me. In all honesty, I don't really think that there's anything saving me from the fact that I have 20 vigor. Other than rolling, and I nerfed my rolls to wear armor. So, I mean, I could take off the stamina recovery maybe, and go for the longer rolls, and then lose defense. But then I might as well just take my armor off and not worry about it. Okay, let's try this. Since the wolf spawns about right here, let's see what happens if I fight way back on this other side. I'm hoping that the pathing might make him take longer to get to me. And then we're going to be a little bit further away as well. Okay, so far so good. That kind of works. I did much better in this corner too because it's not as wide open. So I was trying to remember, like, or think about what this was reminding me of, and now I know. Okay, so I have to roll all of them. Does explosion? Yeah, okay, so he did the explosion at a lot higher health than I thought he would. Yeah, every time I mess up that it's 3, I keep thinking he's done after 2, but it's 3 rolls. What he's reminding me of, though, is, what's the Elden Ring thing? The stupid flower. At the base of the Shadow Tree. You get Miklah's Great Rune there. It kind of reminds me of that with the way you just charge back and forth. And in that one, you're in a swamp and your movement is reduced. Here, you just get hit with frostbite and your movement is reduced. Yeah, like, the wolf is reminding me a lot of that. But we did pretty good there. We got the one guy killed, the other under 50. And I had heals too. I'm dying there because I'm messing up the sequence thinking it's 2 dodges and not 3. So let's go try again. I want to say fighting back here helped a lot. Like, the wolf was more constrained when it was going back and forth. I was able to get some more hits in. Even though it feels a lot like just trying to dodge Goldfree. Goldfree while he's in his corner and you're stuck on camera. But things aren't moving nearly as much back here, which is making it a lot easier. This is gonna be too slow of a kill. We're gonna have to fight them both at once, I think. Oh, never mind, we're still good. It's 1, 2, 3. Cool. Panic healed. Cost me 3 heals. One, 2. Oh, man. Still hits me. I feel like I'm getting closer. But I also kind of wanted to go try Pontiff instead. If that's how this guy's going to go. So I don't really want to fight one boss all night. Although I do think I know what I'm supposed to be doing for him now. Yeah, we'll go try Pontiff. And maybe I'll get parry timing down and then we come back and parry that guy. So for Pontiff, I want... What's the way I want to try and do it to start? I don't actually know what I need for Pontiff, so this will be fun to learn. I should have like one more offense ring. I can maybe do hit points, but it doesn't really add a whole lot. That's the same as if I added 1 point of vigor. I guess might be a couple points of damage. Actually, if I wear armor, it's definitely not. I kind of want to just parry rather than roll. All right, cosmetics it is. All right, we get one piece of armor. And from what I saw the other day, I'm thinking I'm going to be able to parry this guy, but I've got no idea, honestly. I'm hoping so. Oh, you know what? If I do want to parry, I do need to change my key bindings. There we go. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. I'll try him a couple times. I just kind of want to, I don't know, not get stuck on one boss all night. I might also just explore the dungeon later. We'll see. I don't know anything about these moves yet. I don't know how I successfully dodged all of that. All right, failed parry. George is in front of me right now. I can't see anything. Can I get enough distance to actually just start with a parry? Oh, hey, we actually landed one. Cool. All right, phase 2, he powered up. He's going purple instead of orange. Okay. What's this? Okay, not an ad. Is an ad. Is a fake one? I can't really tell. Okay. That tells me what that is. Really wish I could see these attacks, but I'm debuffed by a cat. As soon as I said that, George just looked at me, got up, and jumped off my desk. Now he's on the floor. Sometimes I swear he can actually understand me. Yeah, so now I can't actually tell what I did right for that one parry I landed, but it's good to know I can. So I think I hit 1 out of like 5 that I tried. I was actually surprised that it hit. So I don't know the attack that it hit on. I think it was that one there where we went from left to right that I just face tanked both of them in a row. I'm glad though that that happened during the ads, so people don't have to see just how quickly I died after what I think was a pretty good attempt prior, before George ruined it. I'll have to give him some treats later. Oh, also the idea that George needs its own stream, I 100% agree. So, I mean, I do have a coffee right here from Wawa that I'm drinking. I started the stream with it full. It's a vanilla. It should be an iced cold brew, but I got it this afternoon at lunch. So it's really more of a watered down room temperature cold brew at this point. Since all of the ice is melted. Missing that parry is really punishing, I think. Assuming I'm the attack that I think it is the one I can parry. He does a charge to me at the start each time, it seems. So if I roll that and then maybe parry the second attack, I think that's the way to do it. Or I can just be early on it. Let's try that again. Nope. How did I land that parry? Wish I could see what I did. I could also wear armor, or I could just try and roll and hit him. He doesn't seem that hard to dodge. Attacks are maybe a little delayed. But I don't actually know. It feels like... Because it feels like he hits me, I get staggered, and then just get comboed, since I have no poise. So it's kind of hard to read how delayed these attacks actually are. He does have a really long range, so I think you have to treat him kind of like Moog, maybe, and the safest spot is to be right next to him. What I wouldn't give for a that Dark Souls 1 ring that adds 40 parry. I'm sorry, 40 poise. So let's see if I just stay right next to him the whole time, because right there, what got me in trouble is I backed out to try and heal. Really long parry window. And unfortunately, I do need to back out here to heal. That's a new attack. Yeah, it looked like one hit, one parry, then that follow-up heavy as it was getting up, put him right into phase 2. I think the mistake, well, one of the mistakes I made is I got greedy as he was doing the transition, and I tried to just hit him. Instead, what I should have done is stood there until he got up and regenerated all of my stamina, healed if I had to, maybe charge a heavy attack for when he's getting out of it. I'm assuming you can still parry him in phase 2. Oh, I made a mistake. It's fine though. We'll just heal. not make the mistake I just talked about. Okay, so that doesn't work. Nope. Couldn't see what was happening. The parry definitely messes him up, though. Second to tab out. Someone's asking something in Discord. I could maybe put on the flame resist ring, but I don't know that. Well, it'd probably help a little. But I don't really know that defense is where I want to be. Unless I want to put on, like, actual armor. Although there's not really much in the way of offensive rings, I've noticed. Alright, we're going to try something. We're going to try and repeat that for phase 2. And then just do 2 parries, so he's going to have lower health. Okay, well that's a grab, so I can't parry that one. So if I don't do any regular attacks, I think... Yeah, I think I can maybe just parry, let him get up, maybe parry a second time, and that would have him about 1/3 health. Which if he ends up at 1/3, I can probably beat him up pretty bad. So like then I can maybe even get an extra hit during this transition. Seeing as how after he gets up, he seems to stop and make his summon. Again, the summon, it looks like if you back up, you can actually like separate him a little bit. And it has almost no health. Really? Okay, there's our parries. Alright, we need to back up because he's going to do his damage thing. Okay. Unga Bunga seems to work. Fun fight. Took a little bit more damage than I thought he would, but... Okay. And that is why white mages really need to be built with more defense. You never want that to happen. Let's see. Is this... Can I open either of these doors? I can't. 30,800, because I didn't have the other shield in. 100 short from a level. I'm assuming we get some sort of bonfire back here. No, just the one in this room. All right. So close. We'll get a... Was that another one? No. We'll just pop a, some basic souls here, if I've got any. I think these are 50 each. Yep, perfect. So that leaves us now with the Grave Tender again and Sister Freed. So first thing we do, we level.
Welcome home, I speak thine heart's desire. Very well, then taken.
And I really want more equip load. I also kind of want endurance, but the fact that it's only 1 point per just feels so bad. I'm assuming 40 strength is a soft cap. So I think I might just go to strength and then start adding hit points, but I don't know. If I two-hand, I'm already over the soft cap. Maybe I should just add a few more hit points. Because I know this is 30. I think I might have gotten confused on soft caps because of being embered versus not at some point. I don't know. We'll try this. I'm going back here to get my Twinkling Titanite that I missed. At least I think it's a Twinkling Titanite, because there is one lizard that I did not get because he ran. Okay, so that's whatever's back here. The dungeon. Is this part of Anor Londo? I feel like I've fallen off a lot of these rafters before. Okay, no doors down here, it looks like. You know what? Let's go back to the one that gives XP. At 30 exactly. Oh, thank you, Elray. Yeah, my strat seemed to work. Loosely calling the strat. It was parry him, hit him, parry him again to phase 2, and then just beat him up before he was able to stand up and actually fight. I don't really know if you would call that a strat, but it did work. It was the actual just Unga Bunga technique. Or in, as I would say in Dragon Ball Z Abridged, the Goku strat, which, you know, I am wearing the Goku, yeah, the Goku thing again. So, Goku strat of just hitting things really hard. It's pretty fitting today. More large Titanite. I would love to find more Titanite chunks and level my weapon up. I'm kind of hoping to find a weapon up to +9 before I go back and fight that Grave Tender. But I also want to explore too, so I don't know. I want to do everything. Okay, there's the lizard. I thought it vanished on me already. And all we get is a simple gem. What do simple gems even do? To create simple weapon. Okay. To help even a simpleton. All right. Oh, is this a shortcut from Pontiff's room? Okay, I approve. Very, very Godskin Noble-like. Yeah, I did have to break down and wear one piece of armor on Pontiff. I don't think I needed it, but I had weight to fill out. Do I dare press it? You know, I'm actually going to just accidentally hit the button if I mess around like that. Please give me a symbol of avarice. No. That's too bad. I think this is the only way forward. Through these things that are... I don't know. This is very... I don't know. Something about this spot right here is reminding me of Elden Ring's DLC. Oh, I remember these guys from Deacons. We had the blue robe guys. No loot, none revived. Yeah, this has to be Anor Londo. Does not open. Okay. 3 that are pathing and already aggro. 3 that are facing me that aren't. Oh, why are we already at 30? Oh, because I don't have Havels on. Oh, where is it? We might actually have to do this just because I do need a bow. 31.3. Hmm. Debating. $30.2. All right, all the useful ones are going to have me over 30 still. Guess we can do this. Actually, you know what? How much does this ring weigh? Okay, we at least don't look like beef jerky. Why is... Oh, right, because of my parry. The perils of rebinding. Otherwise, I have to hold shift when I do it. Oh, actually, you know what? I can put on the Hakutua ring. That'll be a little bit more damage. All right, so if I headshot, I think I'm probably doom in 3 arrows from this distance. Oh, this guy will need more. Oops. Let's do it this way. Do you think these trees block the fireballs? Looks like yes. Should not have gone for picking up the item first. All right, so what did I miss, if anything? An invader. Wait, so does it actually count me as human form when I'm wearing the ring? It's not like just a cosmetic thing? Very cool. I actually like that. Because I've been missing all the invaders. At least I'm assuming those were invaders. Oh, okay. Well, that's too bad. I did find my way in the DLC to what was Priscilla's tower. I heard there's an invasion there, but then I didn't actually see it. So I was assuming it was because I wasn't in. I was hollowed. Also, I looked down at George real quick, and that's when the arrow hit me. They do know how to pick their times. All right, so I still heard him as I went around that corner. Which means... All right, 34 is not enough damage to use my arrows. And plus, I'm not going to win a battle of bow versus great bow. Oh, these are alive. I thought they were dead. Oops. I did kill the giants in that other zone where Patches lowered me into the water. They were surprisingly not that hard. It sucks when I'm just like, just slightly too low damage. To do it in one combo. Oh, that one's dead. Why do I feel like two of these three are going to be alive? This side might be the furthest away from the rest of them triggering. No? Really? Only two of them? Okay. Is there anything down here? There's some nice scenery, but not much else. So what is that area supposed to be? Is that a callback to something? Because like the arches kind of remind me of the sewers or the aqueduct or whatever for Undead Burg. But that's not in a mountain. That was in like a town down below everything. Maybe is that Castle Lothric maybe? Seems really far away though. But I know like we flew from the high wall over here. So maybe that's what that is. All right, nothing there. Nothing there. Didn't check the other side, but I'm probably not missing loot there, I'm assuming. I'll backtrack through here later off stream maybe and find out. Oh, there he is. I was trying to figure out why I wasn't being shot at by arrows here. Ooh, Titanite scale is nice. I don't have many of those. I'm also not really using a weapon that needs them. Now, 45, I'm still probably not winning that fight. I feel like I shouldn't be doing this with no armor. Oh well. Alright, which side is the other one going to come around from? Because he is... That is very true, Elray. He's right there. Oh, he's actually a Silver Knight too. It's not just a random archer. Would that say something's Ashes? Presenter's Ashes, maybe? We'll have to go turn those in. We're also getting very... Yeah, I saw it was a Ash. I didn't see which type. Let's find out. Nothing's going to hit us right here. We're totally safe. Everything is good. Easterner's Ashes. Okay. Merchant, Captain of the Clan of Hunters, fascinated with weaponry. Okay, so that's what remains of Shiva, which is unfortunate because I wanted to kill Shiva. This is a spot we could get attacks in. Except I have no great arrows. So I'd want to use a great bow for that, just for the knockback. Not really worth it otherwise. Ah. I played too passively there. Should have been more aggressive. Like two-handing the weapon level aggressive. Also, how did I end up with 27,000 souls that quickly? Because all I can think of is I killed, like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think 6 guys in purple robes and then 2 giants. All right. Down to an entire 2 rings. This is really Elden. Oh, I also killed that mimic. Maybe he was worth a lot. But this is why I was saying I feel like I really need a few more points of vitality. All right, 27,000 gone. That was only 90% of a level. Did I not have on Havels? Is that what I did wrong? So I took 2 rings off. No, Havels is on. The bow. All right, well, bow goes off, and then extended range for bow maybe goes on. We'll go with this. We can at least pretend that we're not fully hollowed. I'm also greatly amused that I've dumped 40 points into my fashion stat here, and I'm still just wearing no armor. What I should have done probably is for the run back is worn a Ring of Sacrifice, just in case. Okay, so big guys need to die last. Yeah, those guys aren't that bad to fight. Arrows if I go that way. Fall, so I might as well just check if there's any secrets back here. There's not. I think the giant respawned. Let's see. Yeah. How many are they worth? 5,016. Okay, that explains things. Very easy to kill as well. So that's where I got a huge chunk of those souls. Oh. And what is this? Another one of those things. The other one I killed with a very I see. Two of them. Guys, the other one I killed by just running out of the room. It doesn't look like I can do that here. I'm gonna have to actually learn how to play the game. That's kind of intimidating. Okay, well, that's not anything. I want to mess with these guys right now. Let's see. Is it possible to jump into a plunging? So that takes me down. No? I was hoping to just like jump off the ladder. I know I could do that in Dark Souls 1, because I did on accident a couple times and died. Yeah. Okay, so how did I do that? What did I just do there? Okay, is E in space or just space? Okay, so there's probably a way to plunging attack these guys. I'm not going to do it right now, but it is good to know that I can maybe do that in the future. Instead, we'll just try and go up to where we died and not pick up our runes. I'm sorry, not pick up our souls because I did something dumb earlier. But we are, bare minimum, going to get revenge on that one guy. So they don't seem to be aggro on me this time around, since I didn't shoot at them. Oh, never mind, there's one. Oh, that guy's shooting at me this time. Oh, never mind. So you think I can sneak up on this guy if I walk? I can. He fell, so we did technically get him. That counts as enemy felled. I didn't get runes for it, but I'm still okay with that outcome. What I should do, though, is just not be greedy when I make those attacks. Which is a hard thing to not do. Also, I don't really need to go through those guys, do I? I can just run this way and accumulate 10k souls per. Or I can ignore them and accumulate time. Surely this will have 0 negative consequences later. Oh, it does the Liza P roll. Nice. I didn't think you did that. So I think my mistake, well, I made a couple mistakes here. One is I tried to go for a backstab. Two, I went for I'm doing a fight that I don't even need to do, just out of annoyance. Okay, he killed us twice, we killed him twice, we're even. I will skip him from now on. I don't think I can backstab this one. Oh, we got him. Cool. probably two-handing when I hit those guys as well. But the one hand seems to be working, so why mess up a semi-good thing? Oh, I'm getting attacked from both sides. Cool. Well thought out plan. Remember how I said there'd be no negative consequences for not killing these guys? They don't even... Alright, those arrows aren't going to give me time to speak. They didn't even aggro when I fell down. And here I thought I was being clever, but it looks like that's the... I just naturally found the sneaky way. Yeah, so that guy right there is shooting me. That's what I get for exploring. Alright. I don't hear him shooting anymore. Never mind. This one will not be felled. Alright, can we Draconic Tree Sentinel this guy? Nope. I want to fight him, is the next question. I think the answer is I have to fight him. Alright, so I should not two-hand that. And ideally not miss my roll. That would probably help even more. Oh, we're on medium roll. No wonder I'm messing up so bad. I forgot to take the bow off. Alright, what do we get for armor? I think I'm gonna wear pants. Is this one Miyazaki approved? Very important question when determining armor. Looks like yes. So then I had a faster route through right here, but then I would be dodging 1, 2, 3, 4 archers. Seems like a bad idea. Gonna do this for the quicker route though. Sorry, in the interest of speed, rather than walk past all of them behind. I don't really want to walk past them or knock them all off the cliff. I'll fight this one for real. But the other is, I figure I already killed him once. This one I'm not really seeing much of a need to fight a second time. Although maybe. He is a little bit harder to sneak past since he is way back here. But at least now I can explore in peace. Okay, so there's another one. Another 2. Okay, that one's not facing me. Neither is that one. Which means more sneaking is maybe possible. If I were to shoot an arrow like right here, it would make that guy look. So I think that if I'm able to sneak, what I need to do is I need to just drop from like right here and hope for the best. Now this room seems suspicious. Loot out there seems even more suspicious. Got the whole statue of Gwen. This room seems really familiar. Giving me real vibes of when you get to Gwendolyn's chamber. Okay. So do we get a bonfire like with Gwendolyn? No. We do get loot though. And the prayer mat is not working. That's nice. No bonfire. Horrible run back. So unless there's a bonfire down here, I don't think there's a boss through that room. But I feel like there's going to be archers waiting for me. Oh, I see a lever for a bridge. This screams shortcut. Oh, one of these things. Very cool. I love the callback. Hmm. Wait, did I get a shortcut? I don't think so, because I came from over there. All right, we're going to go down to Gwendolyn's room. The worst that happens is I have to do another quit out to run back up here. Or I guess the actual worst that happens is I lose 27k again, but that's not really a loss. This is so going to be like the other one where you grab the item and then you just get you get jump scared into a fight. Never mind. We looted that Firekeeper's brass armor again. I'm okay with that. That guy's kind of a jackass. I like the confirmation that yet again he's just dead. No chest this time. No fog door. White flowers. This is what you get when you're fully blind. You have to put an actual torch on in a game. I miss the days of just upping monitor brightness. Before games had real-time lighting and all this other fancy stuff. Reversal ring. Okay, well, what's this? What's my loot? What's my loot? What's my loot? Actually, what does the lore on this thing say? Raised like a daughter through the aura of the moon, was said to behave. Oh, so is that where this lore came from? I was reading all of the Dark Souls lore recently, or Dark Souls 1 lore, I thought. And it mentioned that on Gwendolyn, and I didn't see anywhere in Dark Souls 1 that talked about that. So maybe they just pulled it in from here, or the game is including both lores. Because I thought like parts of this game added Dark Souls 1 lore. I got the flowers and nothing else I can get up here. All right. Let's continue then. So if the area is laid out like Dark Souls 1 would mean I go up this thing and then out and to the left would be where all of the big chest loot is, but there is no bridge out there anymore. So it would have been this thing, this giant building. Hmm. In the words of Siegmeyer or Sigurd, So nothing that turns there. And nothing there. I'm assuming this thing is at the very top right now. I say as it goes up. I recognize those stairs. Let's see how far down this goes. So in Dark Souls 1, they had 3 levels. Oh, we only get 2 now? Okay. This thing actually makes me dizzy. And I went to the wrong one. So when it's up, does it still just go to the same spot as before down here? No? Okay. I have to wonder how much some developer in this game was just cursing Miyazaki for putting this in as a callback to Dark Souls 1. And they probably had to reprogram the entire thing. And it was probably just this huge pain in the ass for both art and code to put in. For like this single lift as a callback that is nowhere near as complex as the originals. Someone must have been pissed off about that. Or many someones. I'm debating if I want to go level. But I would need another 5k maybe? 4k? Which would be one giant. Or maybe just this guy. And his buddy. Hmm. Oh, there's another one that was walking down there, too. Okay. I'm down for this. Two at once with no armor is a little intimidating, though. Also, being a spear, I always have the most trouble with spears. Hmm. We may have hit a roadblock. All right. Decisions have been made. We're going to get 4K really quick. Go level. And then run back up here when we have no runes to lose. We have no souls to lose. I was doing so good for a little while with that. Oh. So that's why you go up top first. I see. Well, whatever. We'll still kill him. Or not. Huh. Now I feel dumb. Let's try that again. I think I did it one-handing my sword as well previously. Oh, okay. So I'm not going to have time for a heavy attack when these guys are shooting at me. All right. We'll set it back here then. Is that an item on that staircase that I missed? Oh, what do we got? Titanite. It is an item I missed. Very cool.
Welcome, speak. Very well, then taken.
I guess I add hit points. Okay, so 804 to 842. So I thought I was getting 30 before, but this is 34 hit points. Maybe I should have leveled this more earlier then.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the
Did I get any Titanite chunks? I did not. I do have these to turn in, though.
Gracious, let the only.
What does she give me? Large shards. Okay. That's pretty handy. Do I get new armor that might be lightweight enough to use? Woodgrain ring sounds completely useless here. Dark arrows? Okay. That all sounds pretty good. Ooh, and new great arrows. Okay.
Ashen One.
Hi, Bolt Clock. How are you doing? So what I was gonna do then is, oh yeah, I stream about, I don't know, 15 hours a week maybe. Oh, nice. Yeah, Sekiro is a lot of fun. Um, I also carry some trauma from Sekiro because I did not have a good time in that game, but at the same time, it was also fun. Like, I enjoyed it. I don't think it's a good game for me to go back and play again. It is a very hard game. Look at this. I'm going to go see my giant friend before seeing Guinevere. Okay, my poor giant friend. This one's going to chase me this long, too. All right. This is like adding a Dark Souls 2 callback to this. Which would probably be a better joke if I had played Dark Souls 2. And I don't even get to see Guinevere? Really, game? I put in all of this work just to visit her again. But yeah, Bolt Clock. Oh. Did not even see him. Sekiro is a very difficult game. It's different from a lot of Souls-likes. When I did a blind playthrough, and there's a particular thing you can do in the game that makes everything more difficult. But then you get more loot drops. And I decided to do that on my first playthrough, not knowing what I was doing. And basically, it was not a good decision for me. I did do it knowingly, so I can at least say that much. Hey, look at the iframes. Look at that thing. We made it out. This guy chased us the entire time. I think I preferred the giant warriors that we had last time. But yeah, Sekiro is a lot of fun. Definitely like give it a try, and more than anything, you have to just like really learn how to play it. More so than like other Souls likes, I feel. I spent it was 122 attempts, I believe, for Lady Butterfly before I finally got her. And that was by far the longest of any boss for me in the game. And Lady Butterfly is fairly early in. I won't say more than that on her, but it's a very early fight, so I spent an insane amount of time on her. All right, nothing down there. Yeah, nothing down there. In all honesty, being completely honest about the game, if you aren't really too familiar with them, Sekiro's tutorial could take you 2 hours, in all honesty. So that is like a thing. What did you think of Lies of P? Because Sekiro's tutorial, you can skip like all of it with running, but if you sit down and do like some of the combat and learn how the mechanics go, and fight the boss inside of it, it can easily be 2 hours on just that. I would say that if you liked Lies of P and you like the parrying mechanics in that game, I'm sorry, not the mechanics themselves, but the idea of parrying, then you'll probably be okay with Sekiro. Yeah, Lies of P's parries are not like the way Sekiro's parries are. Like, it's still just you're parrying, but it's not really the same mechanic. Game feels a bit weird. Yeah, so that is something about Sekiro's parries is you want to parry early in that game because of how like tracking and stuff on attacks work. Whereas Lies of P, Elden Ring, all of that, they have much looser tracking on everything. So that dodges work better. I would say the closest game that I've found, well, if you've ever done like Elden Ring or something with parry only, you'd have an idea of the feel for Sekiro, I guess, but I don't know. It's good. Yeah. You parry early in Lies of P. I don't parry a lot in Lies of P though. I'm much more of a dodger whenever possible. Oh, that thing. I forgot about him. Oh, that sucks. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. AFK like 1 minute here, and then we'll do this again. Okay, I'm back. What'd you say? Oh, yeah. That sucks about your chat. What I was saying was that Lies of P has like different parrying from Sekiro, but if you like parrying in Lies of P, you'll probably like it in Sekiro. If you, oddly enough, if you ever played Another Crab's Treasure, I've heard people say that that's got similar parrying to Sekiro's. I'm not sure if that's true or not because I didn't really parry. Well, no, I don't know if that's true or not, but it is something I've heard people say. Um, it's fun, but it is, if you're looking for a game that's a challenge, it is not that game. Really, I lined up a perfect kill and this guy interrupted me. It is a very fun game though. I will say that. I believe it also just had like some new content recently. All right, we're gonna do something that says that there is no shame in our game. Octua ring and longbow. Does this thing just spawn in rather than? There it is. Oh, it comes back all the way. I have made a mistake. Oh, this door is all huge now too. All right, there we go.